Met1254 here again. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be discussing World Gone Mad Season 2 Episode 3, also known as Blood on the Blade. Without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. Okay, so what can I say about this episode? It's easily the best episode of Season 2. I think it's a very solid watch through. I really like Lincoln in this one. I think that he's a big standout. I like how when he escapes, he gets Tom out. He's just a very solid character this episode, and I really like when he escapes with the group, and then he gets back to the community, right? And then he basically calls Wesley out, and I actually did think that he was going to kill Wesley in this episode. He didn't, but I'm pretty sure that's coming because, well, that brings me to my next point. The Wesley character. He is a total piece of shit. But that's not a flaw. He's actually very well written, and I'm really enjoying what Dan is doing with him. I think it's very interesting, and I definitely see this being like a internal threat now, due to him pointing the gun at Luke and stuff, which that was really like, you know, just like, whoa, like, okay, he's taking this to the next level now. And Luke, he did a little bit this episode. He speaks to Haley and all that. They talk about, like, he talks about, like, Wesley pointing the gun at him and stuff. Like, he's worried about Lincoln and Tom still being out on the road, which that's all fine and dandy. And then we get to Blake's character this episode. And actually, now that I think about it, this is my one flaw with the episode. Is the reason I'm discussing it in these installments with these characters is because that's how the episode is laid out, with, like, you see this character's name, and then this character's name, and then this character's name, which, that's fine. It's a cool creative choice, but me personally, I just prefer how you just let it flow. Like, you let the story flow as one big episode, rather than, okay, cut this off, okay, no, cut this part off, no, cut this part off, which, like I said, it's not a major flaw by any means. It's just, I would have preferred if it wasn't there, but, like I said, it's nothing, doesn't ruin the episode or anything like that, so it's nothing really to complain about, really. And another thing I liked this episode was Dave. He's in it a little bit, but he is a smug prick throughout the majority of it. He's, like, killing deadheads, and he's like, oh, like, what's, like, you guys don't like killing deadheads? Like, it's fun. Like, just take advantage of this crazy apocalypse and all that. Which, I like that. I think Dave, you know, being, like that, it's very in character for, it's very in character for him. Another thing I like is, Chris in this episode. He finds Keith, and he basically is like, too bad, better luck next time. And he just bails, like, he just leaves him there. It's like, man, the guy does not care about his own people. And speaking of Chris, we actually learn of his group's name in this episode, which is the Vipers. That is a really cool name. I like that name. I think it is a very unique villain group name. I really like that. And we also find out where Dave is staying in this episode. He's staying at, like, a military camp, which that's pretty cool. We don't know how many people he has or anything like that, so that's still to be, like, obviously revealed. More than likely next episode, due to next week's installment being a Dave solo episode, which that I'm really excited to see, because you guys know me. I think Dave's the best character in World Gone Mad, so excellent choice for a bottle episode character. Now, I'm trying to think if there's any more cons I have. Yeah, there is one more con I have with this episode, and that is the death of Joel. Here's the thing with it, right? It's not a bad death by any means. In fact, I would say it's well done. But it feels too much like Billy's death for me personally. Just where you have this predicament where you have two characters, you see them like they're buddies and all that, and then one of them dies, and like you don't really get to know that character at all. They just die, and then the other one has to lose their friend, which like I said before, not a major problem or anything. It's not even like a major flaw. It's just kind of like, it feels very out of place, I would say. Like, alright guys, just had to cut it there for a minute, but no, I didn't mean like out of place. What I meant to say was that it just feels very similar to the Billy death. And like I said, it's not a major flaw though or anything like that. But yeah, here's some amazing pros though. Is the story is great as always. Characters are great as always. Getting Tom out, that was awesome. The showdown with Lincoln at the community where he's just like, you know, like, come on, Wesley, come out and face me. Like, I really like that. I like all of that stuff. Dave was great in this one. Sydney was great. Chris was awesome for the time he had. So like I said, guys, even the music's really good in this one. There's some solid music choices throughout this episode. So yeah, guys, I'm done with this review here. I think this is the best episode of Season 2. Dan, you knocked it out of the park again, bro, with this episode. Honestly, keep up the great work, dude, because this was a very solid episode of the show, and it's easily the best episode of Season 2. So yeah, guys, I'm going to end this review here now. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to put my verdict up on the screen real quick, and yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one.